Mayday, Mayday. Y'all, we have a red alert situation on our hands that we need to talk about because someone has gone missing. Somebody's gone missing. And I need to know where this somebody is. Okay? Sky Squad, we are back in the building, and your resident Sherlock homeboy is back on the case. Okay. Now I need you sitting at home, driving your car down to the job. I need you to join me on this search to find out where this missing cast member has gone. What am I talking about, you ask? Let's get into it. So, Basketball Wives has released the season 11 reunion seating chart. Exciting stuff. Let's get into what we actually do see. Now, of course, they have invited John Sally back to the reunion stage. Why, oh, why do they want John Sally? John Sally probably ain't watched not nay one episode, okay? Back in the day, he was only great for the comic relief of it all. I need somebody that can get into the nitty to the gritty, and I appreciate the fact that they want to go with somebody who has a name that, household names probably, household people. It's a household name, right? I get that. I get that. Sure, 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 sure. However, comma.org, when it comes down to knowing exactly what is going on in the show, I just don't trust that he is down into the weeds like the rest of us in trying to figure out what's really going on in order enough to ask the right questions for what's really happening down to this jamboree. Okay. Now, let's get into the seating chart itself and let's talk about who's missing. All right. So Shawnee is for some reason oddly placed right beside John Sally. Why? She has not really had that much of an impact on this season at all. Okay. And to be quite fair, she is the person who brought Clayana to the group. As a result, she definitely probably needs to be speaking up for Clayana in this regard, or in some way, shape, or form, explaining to us why she invited Clayana into the mix in the beginning. Okay. That's number one. All right. I just don't get it. She doesn't make any sense here. Like, I do feel like there is, unless she's going to play a bigger role in the season later on and a bigger role in the storytelling of it. I do appreciate what Shawnee has done in creating this space for us to have these conversations. But in terms of acting as a cast member who's just going to take up space, I don't really get it. And maybe she's there because Vanessa isn't. All right. Let's just call the thing a thing. If you guys notice on the seating chart, where is Miss Vanessa? She is not here. She is not pictured. She is not seated anywhere on this photograph. And listen, Basketball Wives, I appreciate y'all. Social media has been on the point. Y'all have been doing the doggone thing. Y'all have been promoting this show, and I appreciate what you guys have been doing because y'all have taken it up this season. But somebody, please let me know why y'all posted this and then acted like Vanessa was not even in the season. Okay, y'all need to go ahead and let us know what was going on. Okay, why was she not there? Because we got the questions down in the chatterization. All right. So next you got Evelyn sitting beside Shawnee, which is no big surprise there. Bestie BFF. And now Jennifer is seated right next to Evelyn. Personally, I would have placed Brooke in a earlier position. Like, I would have placed her before that, because I think putting Brooke on the end is kind of like, yeah, I don't think that that's the best place to put her. I feel like she had more drama than Jennifer, to be quite honest with you. But that's just me. Next, on the other side, you of course have Jackie, who is the matriarch of the show. You have Gizelle, who I think will be a mainstay for a couple of more seasons. You have Brittany here. I'm surprised Brittany even made it to the reunion. I'm surprised Brittany is still on this show, to be quite honest with you. I'm surprised every week I feel like she dangling by a toenail, okay? Because I feel like Brittany has no real interest in being on this show. I feel like Brittany's on another show. I don't know what show she's on, okay? But it's on another show. Maybe it's a show to find a date. I don't know. But it definitely ain't this show. I like her. I wish she was more a part of the show, but I feel like she ain't really interested. The person who is interested, don't nobody like her. Okay, Clayana. Clayana's down to be on Basketball Wives. She understands the assignment. I come to fight. and that's pretty much it. Okay, you're not gonna get much story out of me, but you're gonna get these hands if I can ever connect. If security ever gets their hands off of me, okay, that's about all you're getting from her. Now, Vanessa has been a part of the central storyline. For some reason, she's oddly missing. Now, I just to let you guys know, I did reach out to Miss Vanessa myself via the DMs. Miss Vanessa, I thought I was following you, but you know the DMs is overwhelming to me. I thought I was following you. I was not following you. I'm following you now. Okay. Y'all know we did the interview. We had a great rapport. So I did reach out to her myself to find out what I could. She has not responded yet. When she does, I will. But until then, she's missing. Okay. So there we are. There we have it. And I need to know how, because the comment says these ladies are going to be sitting pretty on January 15th during the reunion of Basketball Wives LA. Y'all are not going to want to miss it. Well, not everybody's going to be sitting right there pretty. Okay. January 15th is the date. So at least we did get that bit of information. But until we get more, this is all we got for now. So once I hear back from Miss Vanessa, then I will let you guys know where she is. I would assume she's down somewhere to the Arizona. Moving on. Okay. Moving right on along. Let me know if you guys have any questions. In the meantime, I think I've beat that horse with the bat. All right. Let's go on ahead and talk about this upcoming episode of The Real Housewives of Patomic. Yay, our favorite subject, our favorite show. Kidding. Just so you guys know, I do have a friend who is visiting in town. So, of course, had to pop open the bubbly. I mean, it's Saturday, so why not? Anyway, in this sneak peek, thanks to our friends over at the Bravo Shade Room. This came out a couple of days ago, but we didn't get a chance to talk about it because, well, why? So anyway, spoiler alert, the ladies of Patomic, most of them, including Gizelle, Ashley, and the Mia, all, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Let me get on the screen real quick. The Gizelle, Robin, Ashley, Mia, and NECA group is turning into the Fox Force 5 of Patomic. And unfortunately, while there are several ladies that I really like in this mix, I do feel like it is to the detriment of the show because what it feels like to me is that the ladies are following Giselle's lead. And I'm not going to beat this horse to death because I feel like it's already been said by some major players in the game. A lot of your favorite content creators have already said it. I've seen the clips floating on social media. I don't get a chance to always watch a lot of other YouTube channels, mostly because I feel like one should always be creating more content that they consume, especially if you are a creator on any of these platforms. So got a lot of love for everybody, but I don't get a chance to watch everybody. But I do see a lot of clips on the socials. So a lot of people have already been stating what is probably obvious is that Gizelle is at the center of why Patomic is really not working right now. And it is because of her refusal to acknowledge Wendy or Candace, which is also seeming to lead to the other ladies being on the same bandwagon. And it is creating for a show that is not enjoyable to watch. However, comma.org. So since we are talking about this situation, we got to go ahead and talk about this scene right here where pre-Austin, Texas, you have Gizelle, Ashley, and Mia out shopping, and they are all in agreement that NECA was sounding like the more believable party. Now, when we talk about that in general, I said in my video the other day, I said that yes, NECA is or was, at least in that scenario, very consistent with her story. I said it. I'm not gonna take that. I'm not gonna take that back. I feel like she stuck to her guns and she said what she said, and she did not change it. Now, whether or not that is mm, whether or not that's really valid, whether her story is valid, I can't really say, because what happens in this situation is that there's a part of me that feels like she still already had an axe to grind with Wendy. And in terms of the other ladies believing Wendy, it's not shocking to me that Gizelle believes her because I feel like she just doesn't like Wendy, and she's made that perfectly clear. Okay. Now, in this scene, what you guys will see are Mia, Ashley, and Gizelle shopping. And Gizelle is basically saying, I feel like it's a big accusation to say that a mother is preying against an entire family. if it's not true. And I don't feel like Ineka would come into this group and make up that kind of lie. I'm not playing this because I'm trying to adhere to the YouTube guidelines. So I'm giving you guys a little bit of a play by play. So just bear with me. Anyway, Ashley also agrees. All right. She says the reason why I didn't dismiss Ineka's accusation, even when she made it, irrespective of the fact that Wendy is my friend, is the way that Ineka delivered this information. I felt like with so much conviction, everything conveyed that she was speaking truthfully. She says that's a big reason why I haven't really dismissed it altogether and just defaulted to not believing her. All right. This scene is contrasted with Eddie and Wendy out to lunch or something like that. Um, Wendy feels like Ineka's sole motive is to attack her within the group. And she says the only time Ineka pipes up is if it involves Wendy Osefo. Back in the other scene, Gizelle is telling Ashley and Mia that Jamal Bryant warned her. She was like, I was like, Jamal, they talking about some demonic spirits and praying. He said, Gizelle, that ish is real. And Ashley once again agrees, yes, it is. Now, Gizelle then continues on in that same vein, and she says, "And do not play with it. There's truth to what Ineka was saying." So at that point, Mia and Ashley both say that Ineka is very smart, and Gizelle believes that she told the truth. She says she's not going to make up some stupid stuff for no reason. Conversely, Wendy is telling Eddie that Ineka has a lot to learn. She says the fact that you're Igbo and I'm Igbo and your agenda was to attack your sister, she got a lot of catching up to do. And then Gizelle, at the end of the scene, goes on to say because they talk a little bit about Eddie allegedly not knowing Ike, and Gizelle basically says to this effect, Wendy know what her mama doing. Basically, Wendy know what Eddie doing. And Gizelle says they are all working together for evil. Don't believe me? Yes, don't believe me? Don't believe me?
Catching up to do. What? I hate when people are like, oh, I don't know what my mama doing. No, you know exactly what your mother's doing. And Eddie, you know exactly what Wendy is doing. They all working together for evil.
And you know what? On that note, I bid you all adieu. Okay? Until next time.